The day the drums won't stop talking about. 1941. The date that marked the beginning of a reign. The earth shook in the weight of the arrival of a man, born in an oppressing era of the British colonization. The southern parts of Nigeria would never forget the song. That song that made the lips dry, the feet ache, our voices crack. The world smile as strings vibrate in perfect harmony. As we sing Joromi, we sing of an exceptional, incredible, and vibrant man, Sir Victor Uwaifo.
More music at LeckyLoaded.com.
Professor Victor Uwaifo is a composer, guitarist, sculptor, writer, and an inventor. He is the first African to win a Gold Disc Award for his hit album, Joromi, the first Nigerian artist to design and build a customized sports car, first Honorable Commissioner of Arts, Culture and Tourism in Nigeria. He invented the double neck guitar with 16 strings and a tool he used for turning the guitar, which he calls the sixth finger. He's the first artist to propound the theory and relativity of sound and colors of music. Born 81 years ago on the 1st of March, Sir Victor Uwaifo, as he's most popularly called, attended Wester Boys High School in his hometown and later St. Gregory's College in Lagos. He subsequently proceeded to the Yaba College of Technology, Lagos, from where he attained a National Arts Diploma with distinction. An alumnus of the University of Benin, where he attained his first class in Fine and Applied Arts, a master degree in sculpting, and a PhD in architectural sculpture. In his early days after school, he joined the NTS, now known as NTA, as a graphic artist, before forming a musical band called the Melody Maestros, where he recorded hits like Joromi, Siwo Siwo, and Mutaba. He succeeded by creating popular music forms like Sasakosa, Ekasa, Titi Bisti, and Akwete. Sir Victor's endless list of hit songs like the mega hit song Joromi is reported to be the first gold certified disc in Africa, and his Guitar Boy hit song that speaks of his mysterious encounter with a mermaid at a beach. He is an energetic entertainer who spins his guitar 360 while performing. Sir Victor is a recipient of several awards. He is documented in the Men and Women of Distinctions in the Commonwealth, and most recently awarded in 2017 as UNESCO's Living Human Treasure.
Talk about a man with so much quality to explore, and you'll be looking at Victor Uwaifo in the eye. Do you want to see a legend face to face? Let me take you on that trip. Just a little peep into Victor Uwaifo's house and museum. Victor Uwaifo's Palazzo Museum came to life years ago. He has successfully recreated many artifacts and stored other valuable Benin historical materials. The manager of the Palazzo Museum, Mr. Chris, has an in-depth knowledge of the museum and the life of Victor Uwaifo, as he tells us of the story behind every statue and artifact we walked past. There are several documentations like the burial decorations, the guns used for battle, the ancient Benin cart, and many more. One of the most horrific looking but interesting rooms of the museum was the City of Blood. Here he documented some executioner events like Anini's death and other ancient Benin executions and customs. The song Joromi, which is actually a folktale, has a statue to complement it. The story behind the song was narrated to us by Mr. Chris, the museum manager. This is the story behind the hit song Joromi.
the story of Jeremy. Jeremy, the famous Jeremy, he was a famous wrestler in Benin. He dislodged everyone. No one dared him. He was the champion. When his father was going to die, the only thing he bequeathed to his son was a warning. And what was the content of that warning? My son, if I passed on, please never you climb a palm tree at the backyard. But when the father passed on one sunny afternoon, as he was taking a stroll around the father's backyard, he spotted this particular palm tree. He looked at it pensively, and he began to wonder why father would ask him not to climb. The daring Jeremy just climbed on top of it, and the sister turned into a fly and accompanied him. When they eventually got to the zenith of that tree, it grew out of the natural state. They were landed in a place called Hair, where Jeremy noticed with all dismay that the least person in Hair had 2 heads. But he wanted to fight. The battle line was drawn. From one to the other, he conquered all of them. From the ones that had 2 heads, then to the ones that had 6 heads. He destroyed all of them, blocking off the extra heads and telling them categorically that they were better off having 1 head. Who asked you to have more than 1 head? On earth here we have 1 head. Who asked you to have more than 1 head? He queried. But when that 7-headed spirit, alighted, in fact, he was breathing and smoking fire. All over him was fire. And that was when the sister began to sing. Yagi kwana feo Joromi Omi Jo. Yagi kwana fe Joromi Omi Jo. Now what's the by interpretation simply means, my brother Jeremy, you're getting too over ambitious for me. You've conquered all, but here you cannot fight the fire. Please don't. Against all odds, Jeremy, once more.
So Jeremy is not just ordinary music.
No. It's a folktale. Folktale, yes. So Jeremy once more turned deaf ears, and for the first time, as he ran down to the battle line, he witnessed the bitter piece of death for the very first time. Life was snapped off him, and the man called Jeremy died. And when he died, luckily for him, the sister spotted a leaf that had life in it. She plucked it, squeezed it, and subsequently applied the juice on the 5 senses of his brother, who now regained consciousness. This time, when he stood up, he was no longer ready to fight. He began to race back to the earth, but Ubogiri would never let him go. He ran after him. When he got to the bridge between hell and earth, as he was going to cross over to the other side of the divide, in fact, he was too close for comfort. As he stretched his hands like this to get him from behind, luckily for Jeremy, and unfortunately for Ubogiri, it was just one of the fingers that ran down the back. The date, those of us in this part of the world, we still hold the belief that the encounter that Ubogiri had with the mermaid is the cause of the group that humans have behind them today.
If you see mommy water, never you run away. Never run away, Victor Uwaifo.
Guitar Boy is one of the most played Victor Uwaifo's songs. The paranormal story behind that song is what makes it interesting. Just as Jeremy has a story, Guitar Boy also has one. But this time, Guitar Boy is real, Sir Victor Uwaifo claimed. During an interview with China's television, Sir Victor Uwaifo was asked about the Mami Water experience, how he met the mermaid and what he did. This was what he had to say.
So each time we close, I would take time off. Got just a whistle away from
The bar beach.
the bar beach. I would just go there and, looking for inspirations. One evening, I stayed late into the night. Moonlight, it was bright moonlight. The wave was becoming very restless. Washes against the beach, the sand beach. And each time I moved my camp bed forward backwards. And it was advancing. Each time it would recede and come and sit. So I was wondering what was going on. And at a distance, I looked towards my right. And I saw a glittering figure, almost blinding, shining, grayish, but silverish, and I thought it was a dream, but no. I was still strumming. Before I knew it, it was right in front of me. So then I heard the voice shrill, so shrill, and called out, "Guitar boy," and I screamed. It's that screaming that I transposed into the guitar when I recorded the song, pulling the strings. Nobody had ever pulled the string before, and that was another discovery. And they was so short that if you see Mommy Water, never you run away. That was just the lyrics. Sing a song of love, sweet melody. I twanged the guitar,
And the Mommy Water was right in front of you when you were twanging.
Yeah, just within the few moments like that, she floated away. And I picked up my handbag.
And you
took off. The following day, I assembled my band and I rehearsed the song. And it was a big hit. If you see Mommy Water, give me that guitar there.
There are other videos where he talked about his experience just before performing the song.
If you see Mommy Water, never you run away. Never run away, Victor Uwaifo. If you see Mommy Water, never run away. Happened 40 years ago at the Babbage. This Mommy Water, if you've never seen one and you see one, glittery, silverish in color, almost blinding. And if you see it, don't run away, because if you don't be afraid. God created everything in this world, both good, bad, evil, and beautiful things and ugly things. All things work together for good. Don't run away. I didn't run away, and I listened to the melody, and she floated away. It's a very short melody, which anybody can remember at any time. I've written a book on it. It's a part of
I asked the tour guide about his perception of the Victor Uwaifo story, and he said, the stories are real, and the Bible even mentioned mermaids.
So you are saying the encounter was real?
The Bible also mentioned it. Listen.
Okay, sir.
That was the encounter that Professor Uwaifo had with the mermaid.
And this is the mermaid. On the 28th of August 2021, the world got the shocking news of Sir Victor Uwaifo's demise. He succumbed to pneumonia in Benin City at age 80. Family, friends, and highly respected personalities came into Benin to pay their last tribute to a man of honor and hard work. Though he might not be here with us today, but his legacy still lives on.
One, two, three, four. Godo, 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 godo. Amanera kayo, amania kayo. Wena yugo, wena yugo. Sama wisuka, wale pepo. Okari yenge, ikwara koto. Yeah.